Iron Gwazi is one of the most insane roller coasters in the world. Its hyper height and long ride duration make it such a satisfying ride experience. Iron Gwazi is located at Busch Gardens Tampa in Tampa, Florida. It opened in 2022 and stands 206 feet tall, has a little over 4,000 feet of track, reaches a top speed of 76 miles per hour, and has 2 inversions. This RMC Hyper Hybrid delivers in every aspect and is definitely Busch Gardens Tampa's headlining attraction. This is our full-length, in-depth review of Iron Gwazi and our comments about what you can expect when you go to Busch Gardens Tampa to ride this incredible coaster. Now, let's get into the review. In 1999, Busch Gardens Tampa debuted a large, dueling wooden roller coaster called Gwazi. Great Coaster International, or GCI, manufactured the original Gwazi roller coaster. The Gwazi is a mythical lion-tiger hybrid creature. The original Gwazi operated until 2015, after which it stood standing but not operating in the park for years. After years of idleness and rumors of RMC Gwazi, Busch Gardens Tampa finally confirmed the rumors and announced that Gwazi would undergo a transformation for the 2020 season. Gwazi would soon become the tallest, fastest, and steepest RMC hybrid roller coaster in the world, tying the height and steepness record with Energylandia's Zadra. Iron Gwazi would also ditch the lion-tiger theming and assume a brand new identity as a crocodile. In 2022, Iron Gwazi finally opened to the public as Florida's first and only RMC hybrid. Iron Gwazi is located towards the front of the park in between the Morocco and Sesame Street Safari of Fun sections. Given its location towards the front of the park, Iron Gwazi is one of the first coasters you will see once inside the park. When you approach the ride, you will see Iron Gwazi's large thatch roof station building and lift hill. As you make your way to the ride entrance, you will walk underneath a large arch-like covering displaying the ride name and logo. As you reach the queue entrance, you will see lockers towards your left and the queue line towards your right. And as you make your way to the station, you walk under, over, and alongside Iron Gwazi's pre-lift section. Once in the station, you will not see much theming, but you will hear some hype music. This music is similar to the music you hear in Wildcats Revenge's station building. As you make your way to the train, you will actually walk through the section of the station where one of the load and unload platforms for one side of the original Gwazi. When it is time to board the train, you will see one of Iron Gwazi's 2 12-row, 24-passenger trains. And these trains look great and have an awesome crocodile-themed lead car. These trains are also RMC's newer train design, which have the steering axles. One interesting thing about Iron Gwazi's trains is that its seatbelts are actually Intamin seatbelts. Once you have boarded your train, fastened your seatbelt, secured your lap bar, and cleared dispatch, you take a left-hand turn out of the station to start your ride. As you exit the station, you go over a short section of straight track before going down a slight hill before beginning your ascent up the lift hill. This small hill gives a nice airtime pop for those sitting towards the back of the train. You then take a slight unbanked left-hand turn and begin your ascent up Iron Gwazi's 206-foot-tall lift hill. At the top of the lift hill, you start plummeting down Iron Gwazi's 206-foot first drop, sloped at 91 degrees. If you are sitting towards the front of the train, you will experience a brief anticipation stall before going down this drop. If you are sitting towards the back of the train, you get yanked out of your seat as you go down this first drop. This is an excellent moment of strong flowjector airtime, and this first drop feels long. At the bottom of the first drop, you bank slightly towards the right before banking towards the left up into a massive outer banked airtime hill. This airtime hill gives a sensational pop of strong flowjector airtime, especially for those sitting on the left side of the train. As you come off of that airtime hill, you get whipped upright and climb up into a large rightward banked turn. At the top of that turn, you enter Iron Gwazi's signature barrel roll down drop, which whips you towards the right, especially if you are sitting in the back rows. If you have done Twisted Timbers at Kings Dominion, this element is the same type of barrel roll as Twisted Timbers' first drop, only on Iron Gwazi, you take this element at full speed. Out of the barrel roll down drop, you bank slightly towards the left before climbing into an elevated leftward overbanked turn. You whip out of the overbanked turn and bank again to the left before whipping towards the right into a wave turn. This wave turn gives a great pop of ejector airtime. It also looks amazing for guests approaching the ride since it flies behind the station. Coming out of the wave turn, you then climb over a strong ejector airtime hill followed by a 90-degree overbanked turn, which gives a nice airtime pop. You then fly into a 0G stall. If you are sitting towards the front of the train, you will experience a good moment of hang time. If you are sitting towards the back, you will get pulled through this element. You straighten right side up and take a left-hand banked turn. You then fly over an outer banked airtime hill, which gives a strong ejector airtime pop before banking back towards the right into a right-hand banked turn. You climb up into a banked airtime hill followed by a turn into another airtime hill. This airtime hill gives an insane pop of ejector airtime. As you come off that airtime hill, you enter a right-hand banked turn followed by Iron Gwazi's final airtime hill, which gives an incredibly strong ejector airtime pop. If you are sitting in the back rows, this airtime feels like the train just dropped from beneath you. As you come off that airtime hill, you enter one final banked left-hand turn, which actually banks a little further before hitting the final brake run and completing your ride. Iron Gwazi is a powerhouse from start to finish. It maintains its speed very well throughout its layout. One thing that stands out about Iron Gwazi is that it is relentless. You go through each of these elements so quickly that you barely have time to catch your breath. And the amount of whip you get going into and coming off of the barrel roll down drop is crazy. On rides like Twisted Timbers and Storm Chaser, the barrel roll down drop gives some hang time. You get none of that on Iron Gwazi. You fly through this element before you can even prepare for it. You even get a little bit of airtime. But the barrel roll down drop is not Iron Gwazi's only standout moment. That wave turn behind the station is incredible, packed with some amazing sideways airtime. Iron Gwazi also gives amazing airtime towards the end of the ride. The second to last and last airtime hills genuinely feel like the train just dropped right from under you. And this coaster's pacing is excellent, especially after it's warmed up, making it easily one of the best rides in the world. Aside from the ride experience, Iron Gwazi's operations are good. As the day goes on, the crew starts rolling trains, which definitely helps keep the line moving. The only downside about Iron Gwazi and most of the major rides at Busch Gardens Tampa is that you have to leave your belongings in a locker, which sucks. Nonetheless, this ride is definitely worth the hype. Overall, Iron Gwazi is an incredible roller coaster. It has phenomenal pacing, insane elements, and a one-of-a-kind ride experience. Busch Gardens Tampa hit a grand slam with this RMC Hyper Hybrid. For our final score, we give Iron Gwazi a 10 out of 10. This coaster delivers an unreal ride experience and is definitely a must-ride. Period. So, let us know in the comments below if you have ridden Iron Gwazi at Busch Gardens Tampa, and if so, what you think about it. And if you enjoyed this video or are new to the channel, please like and subscribe for more coaster content like this. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more coaster reviews and amusement park content coming soon to Coaster Adventures, and we hope to see you in the next one.